So reports came out even this morning that the Eagles liked Tevin Coleman and were interested in Tevin Coleman. Yet he signed with the San Francisco 49ers for $10 million over 2 years, $5 million a year. That is something that was totally affordable for the Eagles. It was a bargain. Yet they didn't go out and get him. Why? Why? Because when you look at this free agency list of who's out there, there's nobody that can significantly upgrade this team. So the only thing I can think is the Eagles didn't go out and get Tevin Coleman because they had something better in mind.
Still the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly. Scary Cooper, asshole.
Oh, Diva! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! That was crazy!
Happy trails, Hans.
Dallas still stinks.
Everybody know King Dingbat here, and I'm still waiting for a running back. We need a running back. I'm waiting for a running back. You know what I mean? What the heck? What the heck is that? Oh, I know what that is. Oh my God, I'm ugly. I'm ugly. I'm hideous. Look away and just listen. Just listen. Just look away. What happened was, last night I was watching Avengers in bed. I was laying back. I had it up like that, the phone, and I'm watching, and I started falling asleep. And the phone dropped right and hit me right in the nose, and I must have put a mark there. Ugh, I'm ugly. Actually, I'm beautiful, but I'm ugly, but I'm beautiful. I'm ugly and beautiful at the same time. All right, so let's talk the Eagles, right? Tevin Coleman, Eagles lose out. By all counts today, they were interested in him till the end. He got 2 years, $10 million, $5 million each. It's about $2.5 million less than what the Eagles thought he was going to come at. They didn't want him. If they wanted him, they would have got him. Now, I say to myself, why didn't they want him? He fits what they do. And the only thing I can think of is how he is working on something better. Somebody that fits even better or that is even better. So I want to discuss some of these running backs that are out there. I want to talk about some guys that we know are on the trade block and some guys that maybe aren't on the trade block until Howie Roseman calls and negotiates with him. Maybe somebody we're not thinking of, because Howie usually does things that we are not thinking of, okay? Now, there's a lot of people that I talk to and they say, well, you shouldn't. The Eagles go running back committee. They don't value running back that much. And I got to tell you, I kind of disagree. Here's why. Because when they got Jay Ajayi, he was for a 4th-round pick. And he was huge for us. We needed him. We needed him when we got him. And when we got him, he was above average running back. Above average by every sense of the word. And he came in and he was great for us. It's now the problem with him is he's coming back from a torn ACL on his good knee while he has bone on bone in the other. That's why I can't bring him back as a top 2 back on my team. Okay, but the Eagles valued it enough to go out and get him. So I don't believe that they don't value. They're just looking for the right guy. And they may be talking, they may be trying to trade for one. Because when I look at the free agency guys, there's nobody I like. I don't like Ware. I don't like Yeldon. There's nobody there that really makes this team better. Do you know what I mean? They don't make this team better. And that's the problem that I have with any of these free agents. I think I'd probably just bring Blunt back and then draft the Jacobs, because at least Blunt knows the locker, knows the locker room, knows the team, can fit right in, and he can mentor Jacobs. He is a winner. He does not have an ego, and he's a great team guy. But other than that, there's no free agents I like. So let's start talking about some of the guys we could trade for, because this is the only other option besides the draft that I see, and we'll save the draft for another time and the players there, because there's a lot of running backs that I like. But let's start with the 2 most talked about guys to get possibly traded coming up, and 2 guys that have been linked to the Eagles before: Duke Johnson and Jordan Howard. Now, Duke Johnson can do everything the Eagles like. I like him. I would have no problem getting him. I think he would be an upgrade for what we have. He would help the team. I just don't think he could be a lead back, which means you got to get a running back. You got to draft somebody early. And every back I talk about, except for maybe 1 or 2, you have to draft a running back with one of your top 3 picks. You just have to do it. So Duke Johnson, he's a possibility. Another guy, Jordan Howard. Now, I think Jordan Howard is the most likely guy we'll get in a trade. Now, he's one-dimensional, okay? He knows the system. He comes from a system similar to the Eagles with Nagy. Okay, Nagy and Peterson were in Kansas City together. But, he's pretty much a north-south, one-cut type runner, and that's what he does, and everybody knows when he's getting the ball or whatever. So he's one-dimensional, but for 1 year, he could be a significant upgrade in our running game, and I would have no problem doing it. I would give them a fourth for him. Okay, so those are the two guys that we know that the Eagles are definitely involved in. But I want to talk about some other guys, because Howie Roseman tends to make moves we don't even see coming. We don't even see it coming, and then boom, it's like out of nowhere. And I think of the Jay Ajayi trade specifically when that happened. So who else could the Eagles possibly be interested in? I'm going to throw some names. Some may be possible. Some may have no shot. But I'm trying to think outside the box, like how Roseman may do that. You know what I mean? Wait, what? What? Oh my gosh. Golden Tate just signed with the New York Giants. The New York Giants are so stupid. Oh my gosh. Why would they sign Golden Tate? Oh my gosh. Bad dog is a mad dog, cause he knows Giants always stink. Get rid of Odell, give it to they sign Golden Tate, they stink. Oh, I gotta go make a video of that. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. I had to do something. It's just ridiculous. Why would the Giants sign Golden Tate? Are they trying to rebuild and reload and get their team ready in a few years, or are they trying to win now? It doesn't make any sense to sign him. You want a top 2 pick when Tua comes out. You want to get him. You want to be in a position to get him, not win 5 games. Golden Tate may help them win an extra game or 2. It don't make any sense. I think the Giants don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know how to rebuild. I don't think they know how to win. But who cares about them? They're the stinking Giants. They always stink. Okay? They always stink. I love it. And I think they just gave us a compensatory pick, because by signing him, we'll now get one. I don't know what round. But anyways, I love it. So let's talk more about the running back situation for the Eagles and possible guys. Now, Tevin Coleman went to the 49ers, okay? And they have McKinnon come back from injury, and they have a kid named Matt Breida. Now, Matt Breida is he's a smaller running back, but he's explosive. He's explosive in the last year of his contract, making just over $500,000. Maybe you give them a call, see if they would trade him now that they have Coleman. My thought is they probably won't, because he's so cheap. Why get rid of him? You know what I mean? And you can have those 3 back rotations going. You have 2 dangerous backs. So I don't think they'll trade him, but I think Matt Breida would be worth a call. Another guy I want to talk about is Leonard Fournette. Now, Leonard Fournette is a very, 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 very talented player. When his heart is in the game, when he's healthy, when he's all in, he is a Pro Bowl running back. He is a really good running back, and the Jaguars haven't seen his best, but they're frustrated. From all accounts that we've heard, they would even shop him maybe for like a 3rd-round pick or something like that, just to get rid of him. And maybe he needs a change, maybe a change of scenery, maybe to go to a team like the Eagles, where you have a good locker room and you have guys that are connected to each other. I think Leonard Fournette is worth a shot. I think he's worth a shot to get. You give him a 3rd-round pick, you take a shot. If Fournette works out, you have a vast upgrade at the running back spot. And not only that, you have him for multiple years. So I love the idea of trading for Leonard Fournette. And I would keep my eyes on this one. This one, I don't know. There's something about this one that I could see this happening in the background, and that's why things are taking so long. So keep your eyes out on this. Now, I still want another back. Every back I talk about, I want to draft another back too, because we need one. So if you get Fournette, get a compliment to him. If you get a big back, get a smaller back. Get a compliment, but you have to do that. Leonard Fournette would be fantastic. Now, another guy everybody always talks about, loves this guy. He's a former Eagle, Shady McCoy. A lot of people want Shady McCoy to come back. Now, I wanted Shady back a couple years ago, but that was like 2 years ago. He had a lot more fuel in the tank, it seemed then. He's coming off a bad year. He had injuries. He was well under 4 yards a carry, and I don't know how much he has left. But for a late pick, Maybe you call him up and you say, hey, Shady, come on back. Give us 1 year. We're drafting Jacobs or somebody like that. And you help mentor him like Westbrook mentored you. I would be up for it, but it'd have to be for a late pick. Is Buffalo trying to trade him? I don't know. But they got a pretty old group of running backs with him and with Gore. So I would definitely take a look at him. Now, another name. Now, this name. If the Eagles landed this, it would be jackpot. Okay, and I hear a lot of Eagle fans always bringing up this guy's name. I don't think he's for trade. I don't know what's going on because I don't know what Arizona's doing. They have Rosen. They may not they may try trade Rosen and draft a quarterback. Who knows? But one thing I know is when you have a young quarterback, the best thing you can give him is a good running back. And David Johnson is a top 5 running back. He can run, he can catch, he can block, and he would be fantastic pickup for the Eagles, but I don't see that that's going to happen. He is like over $9 million against the cap, and the compensation would probably be a first or second round pick. I don't know if the Eagles would go that far, but if the Eagles could somehow land a guy, forget about it, man. Forget about it. All right, so now we've gone through some names. Some of them, there may be no shot. Who knows? I'm just trying to think like Howie Roseman may think. Now, I want to give you one more name. I want to give you, boy, my nose is ugly. I want to give you one more name. Okay, and I find this to be the most intriguing because this is one of those where I could see totally blindsiding everybody, okay? And there's a few ruffles, there's a few comments here and there from certain people that just make you wonder what they mean. Like, kind of talking like, he may not get the extension. He may not get the new contract with the team. They may not want to pay him. And I'm talking about Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon of the Chargers. He's in the last year of his contract. He has tweeted many times about he can't wait to see what Bell gets because he's going to make a killing when he's up for being re-signed. And he's going to try to. And he's probably going to have a monster year this. But he is a super talented guy. He would fit the Eagles unbelievable. And I don't know if the Chargers are willing to pay him that much money. I really don't. They tend to let guys walk sometimes. So would he be a guy that Howie Roseman could call up and offer a 3rd round pick or something like that, whatever, and then you sign him? Now, the problem with him would be only 1 year. Then he may walk. Maybe you can franchise him a year. Maybe you can work an extension. But no matter what, you need to draft another running back as an insurance policy. But Melvin Gordon intrigues me to no end. Now, there's no rumor out there. There's no report that there's nothing like, there's just ruffles. There's ruffles and comments that the Chargers may be willing to entertain or to listen to offers if possible because he's going to command a lot of money. That's the guy I would like to see the Eagles get. I mean, if I could say one dude right now that we get out of all the guys I talk about, Melvin Gordon. Give me Melvin Gordon. I'll take him. So you tell me what you think. Who do you like? Who do you think the Eagles could or could not get? Remember, most of these are not reports or rumors. They're basically guys on other teams that were trying to think outside the box, trying to think like Howie Roseman may think, and look for somewhere where nobody else is looking. And those are a few guys that have come up in my mind. Derrick Henry would be another one. So it's going to be interesting. I think the two guys, I think Duke and Jordan Howard are the two most likely because of all the rumors out there to sign. I think Melvin Gordon and Leonard Fournette are worth keeping your eyes on just in case. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Don't be a dingbat.